The Illinois Valley Community College Theater Department is proud to present Hooray for Hollywood! Music from the golden age of the silver screen.
Hooray for Hollywood! That's Hooray Valley, Hooray Hollywood! Where any office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with just a good-looking pan. And any barmaid can be a star maid if she dances with or without a fan. Hooray for Hollywood, where you're terrific if you're even good. Where anyone at all from Shirley Temple to Amy Semple is equally understood.
Go out and try your luck, you might be Donald Duck. Hooray for Hollywood.
For Hollywood, that phony super coney Hollywood.
They come from Chillicothe and Paducahs with their bazookas to get their names up in lights.
All armed with photos from local rotos with their hair in ribbons and their legs in tights.
Hooray for Hollywood! You may be homely in your neighborhood.
If you really wanna be an actor, see Mr. Factor. He'll make you kiss her look good.
Within half an hour, you'll look like Tyrone Tarr. Hooray for Hollywood!
Starring Isaac Alvarado, Megan Cullinan, Ashley Hurst, Jake Jakielski, Karen Lessman, Grace McCormick, Bob Phillip, Mary Rose Prasinski, Emily Pytel, Bree Thomason, Alexis Trammell, and Susanna Walter. Now, here's your host, Don Grant Zelmer.
Welcome to Hooray for Hollywood, our salute to the silver screen, and welcome to the movies. Plenty of elbow room tonight, so spread out and enjoy. Now, tonight we're going to bring you a salute to the movie musicals of the golden era. That's usually considered the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. So tonight we're going to bring you great music from some of those amazing stars and terrific movie musicals, and we'll have some trivia for you and interesting facts about those movies along the way. Now, music has been a part of the movies since the beginning. Even the silent movies, which was around 1910 until the late 1920s. I know those stars that graced that silent screen. People like Mary Pickford and Charlie Chaplin, Rudolph Valentino, Gloria Swanson, Mabel Normand, Crazy Keystone Cops, and of course, Greta Garbo. Now, silent movies, how was their music involved? Well, every theater across this nation employed a lady who played the piano. A big old upright piano in front of the screen. And she would watch the action and synchronize the music to match the action, the chases, the fight scenes, the romances, and that's how music was always a part of the movies, even when they were silent. And then, in 1927, something astounding happened. The movie was The Jazz Singer, the performer was Al Jolson. Partway through that movie, Al Jolson sang one of his signature songs. It was the first time that audiences heard a star actually sing from the screen. And history was changed forever for film. So I guess you could say that the movies learned to sing before they even learned how to talk. Let's get this movie started. First reel, we're going to bring up Megan, who's going to bring to you a tune made famous by Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers in the 1935 movie musical Top Hat. And then Ashley's going to bring you Rita Hayworth's hot number from 1946's Gilda. So grab your popcorn here, sit back, and enjoy the show.
find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arm about you. The charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arm about you. The charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing, out together dancing, out together dancing cheek to cheek. When they had an earthquake in San Francisco back in 1906, they said that old Mother Nature was up to her old tricks. That's the story that went around, but here's the real lowdown. Put the blame on me, boys. Put the blame on me. One night she started to shim and shake. That brought on the Frisco quake. So you can put the blame on me, boys. Put the blame on me. They once had a shooting up in the Klondike when they got Dan McGrew. Folks were putting the blame on the lady known as Lou. That's the story that went around, but here's the real lowdown. Put the blame on me, boys. Put the blame on me. Maine did a dance called the Hoochie Coo. That's the thing that slew McGrew. So you can put the blame on me, boys. Put the blame on me.
In 1945, on the MGM backlot, one of the biggest sets ever built was busy with activity. It was director Vincent Minnelli directing one of the most colorful, well-known, spectacular movie musicals to date, Meet Me in St. Louis. Now, Vincent Minnelli happened to know the star extremely well. She was already an established star of movie musicals and would be for years to come. And it was his wife, Judy Garland. Now, the story was fairly simple. A family very happy in St. Louis, very settled. Were very happy with their beaux, or Judy pining for the boy next door, a very simple time. And then father announces he is going to move the family to New York for a better opportunity. Well, as in all movie musicals, it was a happy ending. He decides to stay in St. Louis with the family, which was so important to the family and him, turns out, because the very next spring, the Louisiana Purchase Exhibition opened right there in St. Louis. Now, audiences today, especially young audiences that were seeing it for the first time, may not really understand why it was so important for the family to eat dinner an hour early, because the older sister was receiving a long-distance phone call from her beau. Let's get back to the show. We're going to bring up two great performers here. This is Alexis and Susanna with two of the most memorable tunes from the 1945 movie musical spectacular, Meet Me in St. Louis.
With my high starched collar in my high top shoes, in my hair piled high upon my head, I went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yen, so I counted to 10, then I counted to 10 again. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings from the moment I saw him I fell. Chug, chug, chug went the motor. Bump, bump, bump went the brake. Thump, thump, thump went my heartstrings. When he smiled I could feel the car shake. He tipped his hat and took a seat. He said he hoped he hadn't stepped upon my feet. He asked my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak because he scared me half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Plop, plop, plop went the wheels. Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to go, then I started to know how it feels when the universe reels. The day was bright, the air was sweet. The smell of honeysuckle charmed me off my feet. I tried to sing, but couldn't squeak. In fact, I loved him so I couldn't even speak. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Plop, plop, plop went the wheels. Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to leave, I took hold of his sleeve with my hand, and as if it were planned, he stayed on with me, and it was grand just to stand with his hand holding mine till the end of the line. The moment
1949, there was a show on Broadway taking the city by storm. It starred Carol Channing, and it was called Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Now, in 1953, the movie version was made. And of course, the studios picked two very well-known sex bombs of the time. Jane Russell, who was known for a couple big assets, and of course, the iconic Marilyn Monroe. Now, it's interesting to note that Gwen Verdon, a huge star at the time, helped the two girls work on their routines for this particular movie. She was quoted as saying that she tried to work with Marilyn to be just a little less sexy, and she worked with Jane to try to make her be a little more sexy. They could never get their rear ends to move at the same time, so in the final product, in those red sequin dresses, that's actually Gwen Verdon's butt doing the close-up work for both girls. Now, when Marilyn Monroe was told she wouldn't be the star of Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, Marilyn said, "Oh well, at least I'll be the blonde." So here's Emily and Mary Rose, with a couple numbers from 1953's Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
We're just two little girls from Little Rock. We lived on the wrong side of the tracks. But the gentlemen friends who used to call, they never did seem to mind at all. They came to the wrong side of the tracks. Then someone broke my heart in Little Rock. So I up and left the pieces there. Like a little lost lamb I roamed about. I came to New York and I found out that men are the same way everywhere. I was young and determined to be wined and dined in Durban, and I worked at it all around the clock. Now one of these days in my fancy clothes, I'm a-going back home and punch the nose of the one who broke my heart. The one who broke my heart. The one who broke my heart in Little Rock. Little Rock, Little Rock, Little Rock. I'm just a little girl from Little Rock. Horse used to be my closest pal. Though I never did learn to read or write, I learned about love in the pale moonlight, and now I'm an educated gal. I learned an awful lot in Little Rock, and here's some advice I'd like to share. Find a gentleman who is shy or bold, or short, or tall, or young, or old. As long as the guy's a millionaire. From a kid from the small street, I did very well on Wall Street, though I never owned a share of stock. And now that I'm known in the biggest banks, I'm going back home and give my thanks to the one who broke my heart. The one who broke my heart. The one who broke my heart. In Little Rock. French are glad to die for love. They delight in fighting duels. But I prefer a man who lives and gives expensive jewels. A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but it won't pay the rental on your humble flat, or help you at the automat. Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Tiffany's, Cartier, Black Star, Frost Gorm. Talk to me, Harry Winston, tell me all about it. There may come a time when a lass needs a lawyer, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. There may come a time when a hard-boiled employer thinks you're awful nice, but get that ice or else no dice. He's your guy when stocks are high, but beware when they start to descend. It's then that those louses go back to their spouses. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I've heard of affairs that are strictly platonic, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. And I think affairs that you must keep platonic are better bets. If little pets get big baguettes, time rolls on and youth is gone, and you can't straighten up when you bend. But stiff back or stiff knees, you stand straight at Tiffany's. Diamonds, I don't mean rhinestones, but diamonds are a girl's best
Have you seen the well-to-do up in Town Park Avenue on the famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air, high hats and narrow collars, white spats and lots of dollars, spending every dime for a wonderful time. And if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Put it on the Ritz. Different types you wear a day, coat pants with stripes and cutaway, so perfect fits. Put it on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super, come let's mix for Rockefellers, walk with sticks for umbrellas in their mix. Put it on the Ritz. Up in Town Park Avenue, on the famous thoroughfare, with their noses in the air, high hats and narrow collars, white spats and lots of dollars, spending every dime for a wonderful time. And if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Put it on the Ritz. Different types to wear a day, coat pants with stripes and cutaway, perfect fits. Put it on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper,
in a windstorm. I'm as jumpy as a puppet on a string. I'd say that I had spring fever, but it isn't even spring. I am starry-eyed and vaguely discontented, like a nightingale without a song to sing. Oh, why should I have spring fever when it isn't even spring? I keep wishing I were somewhere else, walking down a strange new street, hearing words that I have never heard from a man I've yet to meet. I'm as busy as a spider spinning daydreams. I'm as giddy as a baby on a swing. I haven't seen a crocus or a rosebud or a robin on the wing, but I feel so gay in a melancholy way that it might as well be spring. It might as well be spring.
We're going to go to the year 1939, and if you're a film fanatic like I am, you know that that is arguably the best year that Hollywood has ever seen. That was the year that Goodbye, Mr. Chips came out, Dark Victory, Wuthering Heights, Stagecoach, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, The Women, Gone with the Wind, and the next movie we're about to salute, The Wizard of Oz. Oh, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We all grew up with it in some way or another, no matter what our age is. Interestingly, The Wizard of Oz was not a huge box office hit when it first opened. Actually, the studio is pretty disappointed, but again, all those other movies in 1939, who knows what it could have done in a different year. However, 10 years later, in a re-release followed by repeated television airings, year after year, once everyone had a television, made it the timeless classic that we know today. Now, it's very interesting that three of those characters that we know and love so much in this movie and associate with this movie weren't originally slated to play the characters that they play. For instance, the studio actually wanted Shirley Temple to play the part of Dorothy, which of course went to Judy Garland. Well, Shirley Temple's contract was owned by RKO. RKO didn't want to let go of their biggest box office draw. So MGM turned to its own stable of actors and brought in that newcomer, Judy Garland. We're very lucky they did that. The other one was the Tin Man. That was originally cast with Buddy Ebsen. You might know him as Jed Clampett in the Beverly Hillbillies, but he was a singer and a dancer. He rehearsed, he was several weeks into filming, and he got seriously ill. His makeup was made of ground aluminum in a paste. Well, he inhaled so much of the aluminum dust that he developed a serious infection that sidelined him in the hospital for 4 weeks. Needless to say, he left the production, and Jack Haley stepped into that part with much safer makeup. Most surprising, the Wicked Witch of the West. She scared me when I was a kid. She kind of still does. But that part was originally for Gail Sondergath, a very glamorous actress of the time. They brought her in, gave her the script, gave her screen tests, and you can still find costume-fitting pictures of her, is a very glamorous witch with a snood with a point here, all made out of black sequins, a cape with a large collar, and very exotic makeup. Well, she was known for playing glamorous parts. Well, the director decided that no, he wanted a traditional storybook, scary, cackling witch. Well, Gail Sondergaard only played glamorous at that point of her life, and she happily left the movie. And lucky for us, Margaret Hamilton was more than happy to cackle her way right into that part. If you love movie trivia like me, I'm going to share with you right now what I consider the best Wizard of Oz movie trivia question of all time. Now, Frank Morgan, very fine actor, played 5 parts, in The Wizard of Oz. He played Professor Marvel in Kansas at the beginning with his wagon and his horse. And then later on in Oz, he was the Wizard of Oz. And in between those parts, he played the taxi driver of the horse of a different color in Oz. And he played the guard at the gate to the city of Oz, and also the guard to the palace of the Wizard of Oz. Now, here's that trivia question. We're going to go back to Kansas. Professor Marvel. What was the name of Professor Marvel's horse? Think you know? Take a look, but watch, it goes fast.
Better get under cover, Sylvester. There's a storm blowing up, a whopper.
If you said that the horse's name was Sylvester, you're the trivia champion of all time. All right, let's return to our show. We've got 2 terrific performers. Here's Bob and Emily with 2 of those terrific numbers from 1939's The Wizard of Oz.
I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. In my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a brain. I'd unravel every riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. With my thoughts I'd be thinking I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain. Oh, I would tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I never thought before. And then I'd sit and think some more. I would not be just a nuffin, my head all full of stuffing, my heart all full of pain. I would dance and be merry, life would be a thing of dairy if I only had a brain. Oh, I would tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I never thought before. Then I'd sit and think some more. Gosh, it would be awful pleasing to reason out a reason for things I can't explain. Then perhaps I'll deserve ya, be even worthier of ya, if I only had a brain.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind.
back during the golden age of Hollywood. Odds are you didn't have a television at home because, well, they weren't invented yet. But so you got your news from the movies, because when you go to a movie, you didn't just see the feature film, oh no. There was a newsreel with world news of the day, celebrity gossip, the whole 9 yards. Of course, then there would be previews of all the exciting attractions that were coming. And usually at least one cartoon. And those cartoons were a lot of fun. Now in 1937, there was a young man who had this crazy idea to take that idea of the cartoon and create a full-length feature film, all animated. Well, that crazy young man, of course, was Walt Disney, and that full-length feature was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it was that made Walt one of the most innovative and creative movie makers considered in the entire world. Now, we all enjoy the Disney musicals today, but they started way back when. So now, saluting the golden era of Hollywood, here's Isaac and a whole lot of members of our company with a whole medley of Disney tunes from the classic golden era.
Well, it happened on one of them zippity-doo-dah days. Now that's the kind of day where you can't open your mouth without a song jumping right out of it. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine is headed my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfactual. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. A wonderful feeling, a wonderful day. Yes, sir. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day.
Plenty of sunshine headed my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfactual. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. A wonderful feeling, feeling this way. Zoom, 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 zoom. Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder. It is the truth, it's actual. Where is that bluebird? Everything is satisfactual. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, a wonderful day.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do. I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. I know you, that gleam in your eyes is so familiar a gleam. And I know it's true that visions are seldom all they seem. But if I know you Salagadoola, manchikaboola, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Put 'em together and what have you got? Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Salagadoola, manchikaboola, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. It'll do magic, believe it or not, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Now Salagadoola means manchikaboola-roo, but the thingamabob that does the job is bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Salagadoola, manchikaboola, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Put 'em together and what have you got? Bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Just whistle while you work. Put on that grin and start right in and whistle loud and long. Just hum a merry tune. Just do your best and take a rest and sing yourself a song. When there's too much to do, don't let it bother you. Forget your troubles, try to be just like a cheerful chickadee and whistle while you work. Come on, get smart, tune up and start and whistle while you work.
Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. It's home from work we go. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. It's home from work we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Hi-ho, 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 hum. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's home from work we go. Hi-ho, 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 it's home from work we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
You know, it's been said that the movie musical is the stepchild of Broadway musical, and that certainly makes sense. Audiences were going to the theater to catch a Broadway musical or revue long before the movies learned to sing and dance. Coming up now, we have 5 performers doing 4 numbers from 4 movie musicals that were on stage first. First up, we have Grace with a great tune from the 1955 film Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma, followed by Karen performing a number from 1948's Fred Astaire, Judy Garland, and Ann Miller's movie Easter Parade. And then it's Alexis with an interesting selection from Calamity Jane. Now, Calamity Jane follows a Western romance of Calamity Jane and a local boy here, Wild Bill Hickok. And of course, that was made in 1953, starring Doris Day. And finally, we have Reed and Ashley. Now, this song was first used in Babes in Arms on Broadway in 1937. The movie Babes in Arms came a little later, starring the two of them, but the song was dropped, but it was put back in for them in 1948 in Words and Music. Enjoy our Broadway to movie selection.
It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. I know what's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories and I reckon they are true about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go. Just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I now sorta wanna kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I'm not the type that can faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no. What you gonna do if a feller gets flirty, starts to talk purty? What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that your lips are like cherries, roses or berries. What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're sweeter than cream, when he's gotta have cream or die. What you gonna do if he talks that way? Spit in his eye? I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a beau when he is paying a call. For a while I act refined and cool, sitting on the velveteen settee. Then I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit on their laps, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no.
There's an old superstition way down south. Everybody believes that trouble won't stay if you shake it away. When they hold a revival way down south, everybody with cares and troubles that day tries to shake it away. Shaking the blues away, unhappy news away. If you are blue, it's easy to shake off your cares and troubles. Telling the blues to go, they may refuse to go, but as a rule they'll go if you shake them away. Do like the voodoos do, listening to a voodoo melody. They shake their bodies so, to and fro. With every shake, a lucky break, proving that there's a way to chase your cares away. If you would lose your weary blues, shake them away. Shake them away. Shaking the blues away, unhappy news away. If you would lose your weary blues, shake them away. Away, away, shake them away.
I just flew in from the Windy City. The Windy City is mighty pretty, but they ain't got what we got. No 7 stories, never seen any moaning glories, but a step from our doorway. We got 'em for free. They've got those minstrel shows, party ladies in the big chapeaus, private lawns, public parks, for the sake of civic virtue. They've got fountains there that squirt you. I just flew in from the Windy City. The Windy City is mighty party, but they ain't got what we got. I'm telling you, boys, we got more life in Deadwood City than in all of Illinois. On the street was a dancing feller, all dressed up in a suit, a yeller, and the dance that he did there went something like this. Should've seen me a window shopping with eyes a popping at the sights that you see there. Yes, sirree. Press a bell and a moment later, up you go in an elevator just as fast as a polecat. I climb in a tree. I heard claim hundreds came to a thing they call a baseball game. Cigar stores, revolving doors, men wear sideburns and they oughter, 'cause a haircut costs a quarter. I just flew in from the Windy City. The Windy City is mighty party, but they ain't got what we got. I'm telling ya, boys, I ain't a swapping half a Deadwood for the whole of Illinois. The sleepless nights, the daily fights, the quick toboggan when you reach the heights. I miss the kisses and I miss the bites. I wish I were in love again.
The broken dates, the endless waits, the lovely loving and the hateful hates, the conversation with the flying plates. I wish I were in love again.
No more pain,
no more strain.
now I'm sane, but I'd rather be Gaga, the pulled out fur of cat and cur.
The fine mismating of a him and her. We've learned our lesson, but we wish we were in love again.
The bird inside, the blackened eye, the words I love you till the day I die, the self-deception that believes the lie. I wish I were in love again.
When love congeals, it soon reveals the faint aroma of performing seals, the double crossing of a pair of heels. I wish I were in love again. No more care,
No despair.
I'm all there, but I would rather be punch drunk.
Believe me, sir, I much prefer the classic battle of a him and her.
We don't like quiet and we wish we were in love again.
You know, great movie music doesn't just have to come from movie musicals. Think of all the theme songs from movies that have become huge hits, like Love is a Many Splendid Thing, or from Breakfast at Tiffany's, Moon River. As we near the end of our show here, we're going to bring back Susanna with a beautiful song all about the memories of the movies from 1942's Casablanca.
You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings, as time goes story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs, never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
Well, it's that point of the movie where the final reel is about to run out. Don't go anywhere. We still got 2 great numbers to go, and you don't want to miss them. But before that, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in and watching our 4th online show here. Your support means so much to us here. On behalf of the IVCC Theater Department and our family of performers and staff, we really do appreciate it. And, you know, we didn't know in 2019, after Mamma Mia and when we left this stage after Elf, that we wouldn't be back on it and that you wouldn't be back out there. We miss you a lot. But don't worry, we're not going anywhere. You know what the old saying is? Show business is the only business that's been going out of business for over 400 years. As a matter of fact, our next show, we're going to be stepping out. Literally, we're stepping outside. In May, on the grounds of the beautiful Hegler Cares Mansion, we present Steppin' Out, Broadway Under the Stars, a chance to get together in the safety of the outside and bring you a Broadway review. So we hope you join us, and there will be lots of information on that. In the meantime, keep watching, because we'll be right here. Now, before we say our goodbye, I said we had 2 numbers left. Now, from 1952, it's known as the perfect movie musical. It starred Gene Kelly, Debbie Reynolds, and Donald O'Connor. And it was, of course, Singing in the Rain. And here's Jake to a number that Donald O'Connor made famous, but only in the way that Jake can do. Followed by the whole cast singing a number from 1953's The Bandwagon. We really thank you for watching. We'll see you at the movies. We'll also see you out here very soon.
Though the world is so full of a number of things, I know we should all be as happy as. But are we? No. Definitely no. Positively no. Decidedly no. Short people have long faces, and long people have short faces. Big people have little humor, and little people have no humor at all. And in the words of that immortal buddy, Samuel J. Snodgrass, as he was about to be led to the guillotine, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? Ha ha! My dad said, be an actor, my son. But be a comical one, they'll be standing in lines for those old honky-tonk monkey shines. Now you can study Shakespeare and be quite elite, and you can charm the critics and have nothing to eat. Just hit them a banana, peel the words that you feed. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? My grandpa said go out and tell them a joke, but give it plenty of hope. Make 'em roar, make 'em scream. Take a fall, but a wall, split a seam. You start off by pretending you're a dancer with grace. You wiggle till they're wiggling all over the place, and then you get a great big custard pie in the face. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. everyone wants to laugh. Make 'em 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 laugh.
The clown with his pants falling down.
Or the dance, that's the dream of romance.
Or the scene where the villain is mean.
That's entertainment.
The lights on the lady in tights.
Or the bride with the guy on her side. Or the ball where she gives him her all. That's entertainment.
The plot might be hot, simply teeming with sex.
The gay divorcee who is after her ex. It may be Oedipus Rex,
Where a chap kills his father and causes lots of bother.
the clerk who is thrown out of work.
By his boss, who is thrown for a loss.
By a skirt.
Who is doing him dirt? The world is a stage. The stage is the world of entertainment. The doubt when the jury is out. Or the thrill when they're reading the will.
Or the chase for the man with the face.
That's entertainment.
The dame who is known as the flame.
Or the king of an underworld ring.
He's a knave who won't let her escape. That's entertainment.
It might be a fight like you've seen on the screen.
A swain getting slain for the love of a queen.
Some great Shakespearean scene.
Where a ghost and the prince meet, and everyone ends in mincemeat. The gang may be waving the flag that began with a Mr. Cohan. Hip hooray, the American way. The world is the stage. The stage is a world of entertainment.